Hi, I'm Lance Meek, and I'm here today with Dave Lindo from Oklahoma City Kayak, and he's going to explain to us a little bit about the difference between the regular life jacket you might be used to and the kayaking and canoeing life jacket and how to fit them and what some of our options are. So thanks for being with us today, Dave, and inviting us into your store.
Thanks for having me. Let's talk about jackets.
Awesome.
Hey, it's Dave from OKC Kayak and Tulsa Kayak. Here today to talk to you a little bit about life jackets. Lots and lots of folks are getting on the water, recreating in kayaks and canoes and paddle boards and that sort of thing. So wanted to talk about, getting the right fit, why special jackets and all this stuff. We'll start with, what's different between a kayak life jacket and a regular life jacket. They're all going to float us, but one thing you're going to notice on a kayak jacket, it's really open around the arms. It's high cut. It hits us pretty high on the chest and gives us a lot of mobility. Some of the jackets will even have a little anti-ride-up strap, like we see on this one here. One reason we don't like wearing life jackets is everybody says, well, I wore that one that I got, that had for water skiing, the neoprene ones that come down to their waist, and they creep up towards the nose. So if they start creeping up, what do? We end up taking them off. So, but a lot of them will have anti-ride-up features that hold them in position, so they're not doing that. The other big complaint is, well, it's Oklahoma, it's hot, it's summertime, they get too warm in their jackets. But a lot of these are made with ventilation and stuff nowadays, and it's not just two blocky panels of foam. If you look down at a lot of the jackets like we sell, you're going to see they're kind of rounded. They're multiple panels that kind of wrap around your figure a little bit better. And then, used to be you didn't have women's cut jackets and men's jackets. It was all pretty much universal, but a lot of times anymore for the ladies and stuff, you'll see it kind of sculpted for the chest. So again, if they fit good, then you're going to wear them. Why do you need to wear a life jacket? Everybody's common argument is, I'm a good swimmer. Well, I tell people you can be Michael Phelps, but if you have a medical problem or heaven forbid some sort of accident, you're no longer going to be the best swimmer in the world. Or even if you get away from your boat, they'll blow away faster than you can swim sometimes. If you're in the middle of the lake, I don't care how good a swimmer you are, you're gonna run into some problems. So not good enough to say, I'm just gonna have it sitting on my boat. A lot of municipalities nowadays are even requiring it. If you're in a canoe or kayak, you'll end up with a $200 ticket for not having it on. Another key component for the jacket would be we want to make sure we have a whistle. That's a pretty universal law, not just in Oklahoma, but all around the country and world, is you have some sort of sounding device to say, hey, I've got a problem over here, come help me out. But let's dig in a little bit deeper. So we're going to talk about how to know it fits you good. If you get a jacket and you pull on the shoulder straps, if it creeps up towards your ears, then it's too loose. So we want to get them on and tight, and we want to buy the right size. So lots of you folks maybe have kiddos in your family that like going to the lake and recreating with mom and dad. So of course we want to keep those guys safe. Kid jackets, like I'm going to grab some of these right here, they're going to have sizing based on weight. Most of our adult jackets are going to be for folks that are 80 pounds and up. Sometimes it's a universal jacket that one size fits all as long as you're 80 pounds or better. Kid jackets, usually we're looking at infants that, going to be the teeny tiniest of ones. The child jackets that maybe you're going to range 30 to 50 pounds. The youth jackets, 50 to 90 pounds. Sometimes they vary just a bit on those ranges, but be sure and look inside your jacket and check it out. And then another common error we see in using jackets is, especially for the kiddos, this strap does not go beside the leg. It's a crotch strap, for lack of a better description, that's going to go between their legs so they cannot slide out of this thing. And we even have jackets for your pets, so why does your dog or whatnot need a jacket? It makes it a lot easier to get your dog back in the boat should they come out, as well as just providing that added flotation. A lot of them will have a handle and whatnot on them. And then even more so important, it's kind of a nice tool, just like we buy doodads and stuff for our kayaks and paddleboards and canoes. This one's a fishing specific jacket. It's got little work trays for tying on lures and all sorts of stuff like that. Places to maybe put some lead weights. But it again becomes a pretty good tool. This has got something else going on that we should have mentioned too. It's got most of the flotation on this jacket's up high. A lot of these kayaks nowadays, everybody wants lawn chairs for them. Lawn chair seating that is really comfortable. Well, we'll either have a real thin back, like we see on this guy here, very, very thin. Look how thin that is. Or we're going to have the flotation above the height of the frame chair. But if you're worried about, well, how do I get a jacket, or I've worn a jacket before and we didn't make good friends, then there are some options. One last option is inflatable jackets. You know, a lot of times if you don't want, you know, if you want to be a minimalist, don't want any bulk or anything like that, you've got opportunities to get jackets that are manually activated. You pull the cord and it inflates, and it's there if you need it. The disadvantage of the manually activated ones, kayakers usually don't wear the automatics because they have a little salt crystal. When the crystal gets wet, poof, they pop up in your face automatically. Well, we're kayakers, we're usually getting wet. Disadvantage of the non-automatic is if you have a medical problem and you're not consciously able to pull that cord, they're not going to inflate on their own. So something to think about. And then lastly, one thing for paddleboarders, you know, we're all, you know, trying to show off our muscles. I've got really big muscles, so I'm usually trying to show them off. It's all muscle right here. So bikinis and muscle men and whatnot don't always want to wear a jacket because of tan lines or aesthetics and this and that. They make some waist packs that, you know, again, you're going to pull something and inflate the thing and then put it on, like the horse collar one you'd see riding on an airplane. So something to think about there. If you're doing paddle boards, there are some options that you can just wear, kind of like the fanny pack, because fanny packs are cool again. One other thing we'll delve into, somewhat related, on those paddle boards, guys, make sure you're wearing the ankle leash to the board itself, especially on lakes. It'll blow away faster than you can swim. On rivers, you need some sort of waist belt going to the board. That way you can undo it. You've got a quick release on it to get the heck away from it should the thing be, you know, in river current pulling us away. But thanks for tuning in, and thanks for wearing your life jacket.